In the intersection of history and legend, there exists a mysterious figure who appears in the Holy Quran, in ancient historical texts, and in the tales of people across centuries. This is Al-Khidr, or Prophet Khidr, one who has been blessed with immortality and profound wisdom from God. In Surah Al-Kahf, which is chapter 18, verses 65 to 82 of the Quran, the story tells of the journey of Prophet Moses with a mysterious figure to whom God granted special knowledge. So they found one of our servants to whom we had given mercy from us, and had taught him from us a certain knowledge. Early Islamic scholars such as Ibn Abbas, who lived from 619 to 687 CE, and At-Tabari, who lived from 839 to 923 CE, identified this mysterious figure as Al-Khidr, who received special knowledge directly from God, also known as Ilmun Ladunni. The Quranic story narrates three events that Khidr performed in Moses' sight. First, damaging the ship. Khidr made a hole in the fisherman's boat to prevent a tyrannical king from seizing it. Killing the young man, to prevent that child from bringing grief to his righteous parents. Repairing the wall, to protect the treasure of two orphan children. Each action had profound reasons beyond ordinary human understanding, reflecting knowledge and wisdom that transcends the dimension of time. Ibn Arabi, who lived from 1165 to 1240 CE, the great Sufi philosopher of Andalusia, wrote in Fusus al-Hikam that Khidr represents al-Wilaya al-Mutlaka, or absolute sainthood, one who has reached the truth of God without the limitations of time and place. Al-Ghazali, who lived from 1058 to 1111 CE, in his book Ihya Ulum al-Din, explained that Khidr exemplifies one who receives ilham, or divine inspiration, a level of knowledge higher than learning through ordinary experience. Ibn Kathir, the great historian and Quranic commentator who lived from 1300 to 1373 CE, wrote that Khidr might be a wali, or saint, who is still alive and appears to those who need help. Khidr's story conveys the concept that there exists knowledge beyond experiential learning, knowledge that God grants directly to his chosen ones. Moses' inability to be patient with Khidr's actions reflects the limitations of human understanding of God's grand plan. Each of Khidr's actions, though seemingly cruel at first, brought good results in the long term, reflecting the concept of justice beyond human judgment. Many Muslims believe that Khidr is still alive and can help those in distress, especially sailors, who believe Khidr protects sea travelers. Travelers seek protection before long journeys, and the sick recite prayers asking Khidr for healing. Sacred places believed to have been visited by Khidr exist throughout the Islamic world, such as in Turkey, various Hizir Makami along the coastlines, in Iraq, sites near the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, and in India, Khwaja Khizar and many riverside cities. Elijah in Judaism is the undying prophet who appears to help those in need. St. George is the saint who protects travelers, and in Hinduism many believe in avatars of Vishnu descending to help the world. Several Rila, or travel records by Arab travelers, mention encounters with mysterious figures who, helped lost caravans, pointed to water sources in deserts, and healed the sick with unknown methods. Both Muslims and Christians told tales of the green man who appeared on battlefields to help the innocent, brought water to the thirsty during sieges, and healed wounded soldiers. Ottoman captain records mention strangers who helped ships survive storms. Italian merchants wrote about the Santo Misterioso, or mysterious saint who helped in the Mediterranean. Carl Jung and other depth psychologists view Khidr as an archetypal figure, a primordial symbol of the helper that's deeply embedded in the human unconscious. Also, as the anima or animus, Khidr represents the hidden part of the psyche that guides us toward awakening. Henry Corbin, the French philosopher who studied Islamic philosophy, wrote that Khidr represents the border between worlds, or barzakh, and is the embodiment of creative imagination connecting the material and spiritual worlds. Some scientists propose that simultaneous appearances might relate to quantum entanglement, and that knowing the future could perhaps involve a different perception of time dimensions. Many Muslims recite prayers seeking Khidr's help, saying, Allahumma bihaqi, kadiriyak aladi ataitahu ilman min ladunka, and ataitahu ramatan min indika, which means, O God, by the right of your Khidr, to whom you gave knowledge from yourself and granted mercy from you. May 6th is when people prepare and distribute food called Hidireles Yemegi, write wishes on red roses and release them into water, and light green candles asking for Khidr's protection. Multiple pilgrims reported meeting a man in a green cloak who showed the way to sacred places that just couldn't be found otherwise. He provided water that quenched thirst for days, and then, mysteriously disappeared after helping. Many ship captains reported a small green boat appearing to help sinking vessels and mysterious figures fixing broken engines at sea during the night. Green lights, were said to guide ships through major storms. Rumi's Masnavi, the great Sufi poet's masterpiece, mentioned Khidr multiple times, as a symbol of the inner teacher guiding the soul and as a representative of boundless mercy. Ibn Arabi's Al-Futuhat al-Makkiyah described Khidr as the Qutb al-Aktab, or pole of poles, in the hierarchy of saints, and as one who received the seal of Wilaya al-Mutlaka, meaning absolute sainthood. Images of Khidr appear in mosques in Istanbul, especially Ayub Sultan Mosque, as well as in mosques in Cairo like Al-Khidr Mosque and in Delhi at the Hazrat Khizar Shrine. Khidr's image typically appears as a man in green robes standing by water, surrounded by a green aura and often holding a staff or a book. Prophet or saint? Scholars still disagree about his true status. There are so many legends that claim he is still alive and travels the world. Immortality, yeah, that's a big part of the stories. Legend tells that Khidr found and drank from the fountain of life, which granted him immortality. Some stories even connect this to Alexander the Great's journey. Over the centuries, Arab travelers reported meeting strangers who helped them in times of crisis. Stories persist of people receiving help from mysterious figures in really critical situations. It's fascinating, he's said to have the ability to appear in multiple places at the same time. Elemental control too, command over water, fire, wind and earth, and then there's future knowledge, like an awareness that goes way beyond the normal constraints of time. The story of Prophet Khidr remains more than just a legend. It's a cross-cultural phenomenon reflecting humanity's deep desire for help in times of distress, guidance in darkness, and hope that stretches beyond time itself. He serves as both a bridge between the world of reality and the world of mystery, between provable knowledge and things that are just beyond human understanding. The persistence of his story across centuries and its continued vitality in people's hearts really demonstrates the power of faith and hope that never fades. Whether he is a true historical figure, a spiritual symbol, or a mysterious force beyond our understanding, the story of Prophet Khidr continues to be a source of inspiration, comfort, and hope for those seeking truth and meaning in life. In a world filled with uncertainty and hardship, belief in the existence of a helper beyond dimensions remains a beacon of hope, guiding people through life's darkest moments. And Allah knows best, Wallahu Alam. If you seek help, seek it from those who never die, as a Sufi sage once said.